Imagine flying all the way from Lagos or Abuja to London to represent the presidency in a head-to-head debate, only to be fact-checked into silence by a seasoned journalist with a tablet. Daniel Bwala's intention was to represent the Nigerian government in an international television, Al Jazeera. But it ended up miserably because Daniel Bwala exposed the government's focus or objective on investing huge sums in public relations or PR rather than delivering the dividends of democracy. Daniel Bwala ended up exposing the massive deceit of this present government. He ended up exposing what Nigerians have been complaining about, what Nigerians have been saying. Today, we are breaking down the 4 failures that Bwala tried so much to dodge. Welcome back to the Raging Hot Mic. I'm your host. If you're enjoying my podcast, smash the like button, follow, subscribe, and share. Daniel Bwala is a special advisor to the presidency on policy communication. He was once in the opposition. He traveled to London to appear in a head-to-head interview with Al Jazeera's Mehdi Hasan. The intention of Bwala was to talk this government into our minds, to keep on selling this government, to keep on lying to us. But that ended up very brutal. It was abysmal, if you ask me. It was a disgrace. Because at the end, what Daniel Bwala ended up doing was to expose the propaganda, the lies, the deceits, the deflection of this government. This is a government that has been in power for over 3 years. Yet the same government is still acting like an opposition. This is a government that told us that we should not vote for them if they don't give us steady power supply. This is a government that promised us heaven and earth. 3 years into their first term, nothing has been delivered. This is a government that keeps making promises. The promises never end. They keep promising us, they keep telling us what they will do. They are in power. It's not like they're out of power. This is a government in power, but they're still making promises. This is a government that's treating governance like campaign. They don't know the difference between campaign and governance. They're in government now. Instead of delivering on the mandates they claim they got from the people, they're still making promises. This is a government that's on every 24 hours in a day, every time they're in power, it's all about propaganda and promises. You can do that. You can bully local stations. You can force them. Sometimes you can also hand them brown envelope to make them not go hard on you. But I bet you won't try to international organizations or international media organizations. And this Daniel Bwala and the officials of this present government found out. It was a hard truth, a bitter pill to swallow. The purpose of Daniel Bwala's visit was to sell the renewed hope to the international community. But what did he end up? He ended up laying everything clear for everyone to see. I'm going to go into the numbers. It was a 45 minutes interview, but I'm going to pick 4 situations or 4 failures of this present government. This is the part 1. Part 1 today, we are going to deal on the state of the nation, on the failures of this government, insecurity, education, inflation, economy, corruption. This is all we are going to talk about today. Part 2 is going to be next week. And that next we're going to deal with Daniel Bwala. We're going to go personal. We are looking at his personality. This is an individual that was formerly in the APC, but left the APC because he claimed they had is not Muslim candidate. And as a minority Christian from Borno State, the call not, he wasn't going to support that because he went against the principles of Nigeria as a united country. Equity, he went against equity. This is what he said, why he decamped from the APC to the PDP. The same individual called the president names, claimed he didn't attend the university or college he claimed he attended, brought up his court case or infamous court case he had with the US government. He said all of this. It is now shocking how the same person who made this remark or who made this statement with conviction swore on national television. I'm not talking about beer parlor talk. I'm talking on national television. The same individual who said this turned around, made a U-turn, and became the lead singer of the same government he once accused of. Does he still have credibility? I don't think so, if you ask me. Now let's go into the numbers. Number one, before Tinubu's government assumed office in 2023, Nigeria was ranked 145 out of 180 countries in 2023 Corruption Perception Index. 145 out of 180 before he assumed office. And by 2025, it slipped further to 142nd. Is this progress, or are things getting out of hand? From 145 to 142 of corruption index. This is the same man that said his administration has fought corruption, and Nigeria is no longer having corruption issues. Not just that, the present minister in America is called secretary, and I think UK is called secretary also. The present minister, the man in charge of the Nigerian budget, the billions and billions, the trillions of spending by Nigerian government, the man in charge of the budget is a certain man called Abubakar Bagudu. This same Abubakar Bagudu is a man infamous for helping the late Sani Abacha, who was once the president of Nigeria, launder millions of dollars. It's not a hidden case. It's open to the public. You can check, you can Google it. He ended up going for a plea bargain and forfeiting part of the money. A man infamous for that, known for being involved in money laundering. You can claim, oh, is the Western media, the media is trying to make Nigeria look bad. Nigeria is a sovereign. You can claim all that if you want. You can claim sovereignty all you want, but you can't claim sovereignty when it comes to corruption. The same individual that forfeited part of the money is a different thing if he didn't forfeit the money. So why did he forfeit the money if he wasn't guilty? Lawyers know how they work it out. Plea bargain. That means you admit something is wrong. That's why you forfeited part of the money. This is the same person that is the president minister of budget. And you want the international community to take us serious? And the government is telling us that they fought corruption. So make it make sense. How do you come to international community, to the World Bank, to the IMF to request for loan and they take you serious? How? When an individual that forfeited laundered funds is sitting as head of the budgeting department. Transparency International ranked Nigeria's score at 26 over 100. Transparency International, the scorecard for Nigeria, according to Transparency International, as regards corruption, is 26 over 100. And yet, this present government claims corruption is gone. These are some of the questions Daniel Bwala failed to answer. He was shocked. You can bring up propaganda all you want. You can manufacture numbers all you want. But the fact is the facts. When they give you wrong facts about Nigeria from the international community, you claim it's the Western world. They are manufacturing facts. It's not correct. But when the Western world, IMF, praises you on economics, you claim yes, the IMF supports you. So pick a side. Where do you stand? Let's go with the second one. By May 2023, headline inflation was 22%. By May 2023, headline inflation 22%. In its peak in October 2024, it skyrocketed to 34.80% following subsidy removal. Inflation 34%. Did wages rise up to even 10%? You know what 34% inflation means? All the money saved in bank has lost its value. But now it's at 15%, and this is due to the debasing and the policy shifts. It's not that it hasn't come down, but it's just because of the way they are playing with the reporting now. The debasing and debasing, they're playing with it. But it was 22% back in May, before this present administration assumed office. It skyrocketed to 34, and they claim they are bringing down the number. The same number they took up. Food prices remain 582% higher than 2023. 582% higher. You know what 500 means? Hold on. Food prices remain 582%. I didn't say 52. I said 582% higher than it was before when he assumed office. That means the prices of food have gone up 5 times. 5. Not 1, not 2. So whatever was $100 or 100 naira back, let's say whatever was 1,000 is now $5,820, 20 naira. What was 1,000 before, like a bag of let's say food prices like beans or whatever that was only 1,000 before is now $5,820, 20 naira. Sorry. Whatever was 10,000 before, 10,000 naira is now 50,820 naira. That is how bad it is. Food prices skyrocketed 5 times, and he claims the economy is recovering after 3 years. I'm not saying after 6 months, after 3 months, after 3 years, after 3 years. Food inflation peaked at over 40% in 2024. This same government. Now let's go over to the other one. Over 10,217 people have been killed in terrorist attacks since this government assumed office in May 2023. 10,000 deaths. Is that not a genocide? And they keep telling you they are not Christians. Okay, if they are not killing Christians, they are killing Muslims. Here, Daniel Bwala had no answer for this. Daniel Bwala couldn't answer this thing. This is not channel television where you laugh with the presenter. Oh, how are you? How is your father? Did you travel today? How is your Christmas? Have you eaten? What did you drink? Did you drink soda? This is business. They deal with statistics. They give you the hard figure. You can't lie over statistics. It's either day or night. There's no in between. In the first half of 2025 alone, 2,266 people were dead or killed by bandits or insurgents in the first half of 2025. This has already surpassed the total deaths for all of 2024. In the first half of 2025, in the 6 months of 2025, first half, in the 6 months of 2025, the deaths that they had or recorded in 2025 was higher than the whole deaths in 2024. That's 2,266. It was higher. Insurgency, terrorists. Yet there's no solution. They keep telling us it's on this everything we investigate. We are working on it. 3 years. Check 365 days times 3. May 29 to make them 3 years. They're still making promises, acting like they're in the opposition. This government don't know the difference between opposition and the main government. No. And this is what Daniel Bwala couldn't have answer or couldn't answer, because he's so used to journalists on local televisions pampering him, breastfeeding him. So when Daniel Bwala appeared, first of all, Nigerian politicians don't appear because the difference is that you can appear on national TV like CNN, Fox News, because they have limited time. They have 10 minutes to talk to you. They have 5 minutes to talk to you. So they are not going hard on you. But when you appear in a podcast or in a long interview, more than 30 minutes, 27 minutes, 25, they're going to get you. They will hit you hard. You think the likes of Festus Keyamo are not scared, or they don't know what they are doing, why they are not appearing? Or you think Senator Shomole, who always comes to brag, he's not scared? Go and appear in a podcast with an international audience where they have 40 minutes to drill you. When they are done, Obi Reno Omokri, that is always on TikTok, the TikTok ambassador to Mexico. You think it's funny enough how he accused the present president of being involved in some shady deals, and he's posted to Mexico? Make it make sense. Was he intentional? I don't know. He talked himself into power. The easiest way is to become the opposition. That's why they can't be international podcasts, because in podcasts they have time for you. Now, the last and not the least, Nigeria has over 18.3 million out of school children. That's the highest globally. In fact, I'm going to do a podcast on this one. I'm not going to let this one slide. This particular one, I'm going to devote my time. Before the end of March, I will bring it to you. 18.3. That is the highest globally. That is the highest. You know what globally means? That means we have more out of school children than Chad, than Niger, than Congo DR, Zaire, than Afghanistan, than Syria. We have more out of school children than Syria, than any country on earth. Do you understand? Any country on earth than Niger, than Chad. We have 18. That is a country. I think that's half of Ghana. Ghana like 50 something million. Oh, almost close. Out of school children. That's a country now. That's a country. Can you imagine? And you claim your government is delivering dividends of democracy. Only 7.3% of national budget is allocated to education. Meanwhile, UNESCO recommends 15 to 20%. We of which the 7.3, they might not even approve the money, but they were allocated on paper. And you would think we have the highest number of global out-of-school children in the world. That's a disgrace. And we call ourselves giant of Africa. These are the questions Daniel Bwala could not answer. Smash the like button, follow and subscribe, and then share if you're enjoying this podcast. This is how he was disgraced. He appeared there thinking they're going to praise him. You renewed hope. But you found out there's no hiding place. Brought out the cup and was talking about half cup, half full, half cup, half full. What has that got to do with the interview? I'm still going to talk about his personality next week. I'm not doing that this week. Now, what is my conclusion? How do you look at 80 million children in the streets and 10,000 dead Nigerian citizens and call it progress? Bwala couldn't answer that in London and still can't answer it as of right now, and will not answer it in the next 1 year, even in the next 20 years, even in his lifetime he cannot answer that question. But the real question is, why is a man who called this government dangerous in 2023 now become their lead singer? Next week, I'll play the tapes and we're going to focus on Daniel Bwala's personality. Thanks for watching.